Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you play a song called While My Guitar Gently Weeps by the Beatles. And we're going to start off on an A minor chord. And when you play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string, second fret, and third finger on the G string, second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now, while you're on A minors in general, it can be kind of cool to lift off the first finger and make that an A suspended second. Or you could take that A minor shape and lift off the third finger and make that an A minor 7, which can be very, very cool. Or you could even take the pinky and kind of add it out on the high E on the third, and that's another way you can play your A minor 7. And then from the A minor, there's this cool little change, and you could stay on the A minor, but you'll hear the bass kind of go to the low E string on the third fret, and that's something called an A minor slash G, or an A minor with a G in the bass. And you may want to take that A minor shape and just do that with the pinky, or if that seems a little bit of a stretch, you can even use the A minor shape with 1 and 2, and do that with the third finger. So there's a couple different options there. And then from the A minor slash G, we go to a D major chord. When we play D major, first finger goes to the G on the second fret, second finger on the high E on the second fret, third finger on the B string on the third fret, and if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now on that D chord, you'll kind of hear the low E string on the second fret kind of come out of that, and that's called a D slash F sharp. You kind of take the thumb and add that to it. Or you could readjust the fingers and do first finger on the low E string for second fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, third finger on the high E, second fret, and the pinky on the B string, fourth fret, or third fret. Kind of do the D slash F sharp that way, or D with an F sharp in the bass. Or you could make it a D7 chord, and we play D7. First finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, third finger on the high E string, second fret. And if you strum the D to the high E string, that sounds a D7 chord, that sounds really nasty. Or you could kind of try and get that D7 with an F sharp in the bass. Or you could readjust the fingers there and have 1 on the B string first fret, second finger on the low E string second fret, third finger on the G string second fret, and the pinky on the high E string second fret, and make that a D7 slash F sharp that way. And then from the D slash F sharp, or the D chord, we go to an F major chord. Normally you do this as a bar chord. So you take first finger and go over the entire first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the A string third fret, and the pinky on the D string third fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now a good substitute for that, if you want to try and avoid bar chords through the song, is to do an F major 7. And the way you play F major 7, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the D string on the third fret, and if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7, which can be kind of a cool substitution for that. And then from the F, we go back to our A minor chord. But then we go to a G major chord when we play G major. First finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger on the low E string on the third fret, and third finger on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds G major, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the third finger on the B string third fret, pinky on the high E string third fret, playing a G that way. And then from the G major, we go to a D major chord, and then we go to an E major chord. When we play E major, first finger goes to the G string on the first fret, second finger on the A string second fret, third finger on the D string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, while you're on the E major chord, you may want to think about lifting off the third finger and making that an E7. Or you could even take the pinky and kind of add it in on the B string on the third fret. That's another way you can play your E7 chord. Now, one way to kind of work it through that intro, though, is you could do kind of just downs, and actually kind of an 8 down idea kind of works through that part. So down, 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 and I'm kind of adding in some right hand music to that. So that might be kind of a cool option if you just wanted to kind of keep it really sneaky, especially on the intro. That could be a very cool thing to do. And then from that intro, we'd be going into our verse part. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the A minor and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through the intro, we'd have A minor, down, up, down, A minor slash G, down, up, down, G slash F sharp, down, up, down, there for the down, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, G, down, up. verse part. And our verse does this really, really cool substitution where it's on the very end, instead of the A minor G and the D and E, we go to a C and then we go to E. So the way you play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string, second fret, and third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now, while you're on C's in general, it can be kind of cool to lift off the first finger and make that a C major 7. Or you could take the pinky and add it in on the B string third fret and make that a C major 9. Or another way to play C major 9. The way to play the C major 9 would be doing first finger on the D string second, second finger on the A string third, third finger on the B string third, and the pinky on the high E string on the third. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, then that sounds a C major 9. It sounds really, really happy. So you want to think about that with the C's through the tune too. And then we go to an E major lead. So we tried our verse. You could kind of work it with the down idea, or the down, down, up, down, up. Or you could even kind of mix it up between those two ideas. That would be kind of a cool way to kind of approach it, kind of see how you're feeling. Then we'd be going into our chorus part, and our chorus starts on an A major chord, so all of a sudden things get happy. And there's a couple different ways you may want to play the A major. You do first finger on the D second fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the B string on the second fret, and if you strum all those together, it sounds an A major chord, and so many things sound really, really happy. Another option for the A would be doing it as a bar chord, and if you kind of dig on that, you could do first finger as a 5th fret bar, second finger on the G string 6th fret, third finger on the A string 7, and the pinky on the D string 7. Kind of work it as an A major that way. And then from the A major, we're going to a C sharp minor. Normally you do this as a 4th fret bar, second finger on the B string 5th fret, third finger on the D string 6th fret, pinky on the G string 6th fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C sharp minor chord. That sounds really, really sad. Now you could also think about kind of lifting off the pinky and making that a C sharp minor 7. Or if you want to try and avoid bar chords, you could do smaller versions of this chord. So you could do first finger on the high E on the 4th fret, second finger on the B string 5th, third finger on the G string 6th, and make a little teeny C sharp minor. Or you could take the third finger and go to the D string 6, pinky on the G string 6, make it a little bit thicker C sharp minor. And then from the C sharp minor, we go to an F sharp minor. And when we play F sharp minor, first finger goes across the entire second fret, third finger on the A string 4th fret, pinky on the D string 4th fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F sharp minor chord. It sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the third finger and making that an F sharp minor 7. Or even taking the pinky and adding it on the B string 5th fret and making an F sharp minor 7. And then from the F sharp minor, we go back to our C sharp minor. But then we go to a B minor chord. And when you play B minor, normally you just take the C sharp minor shape and slide it down to 2nd fret. So it's kind of a 2nd fret bar. Or you could kind of lift off the pinky and make it a B minor 7. Or another way to play B minor 7 would be doing first finger on the A string second, second finger on the G string second, and third finger on the high E second. You could kind of work B minor 7 that way. And then from the B minor, then we'd be going to an E major chord. Or you may want to kind of make it an E7 chord. Or you could alternate between. So we tried our chorus. You could kind of work that with kind of that down idea of the A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, B minor, B minor, E major, or E7, or you can do the down, down, up, down, up. A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, our verse part again. Now one other thing I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times, especially in this tune, on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, very, very cool to add in a bass for the chord. So the A minor, you have the A for the bass. On the A minor slash G, you'd have low E for the bass. On the D slash F sharp, you'd have the low E for the bass. Or on the regular D chord, you'd have D for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have low E for the bass. On the F major setting, you'd have the D for the bass. On the G, you'd have low E for the bass. And on the C, you'd have the A for the bass. And on our chorus, for the A major, you'd have the A for the bass. C sharp minor, you'd have the A for the bass. F sharp minor, you'd have low E for the bass. And then C sharp minor is the A bass. D minor would be an A bass. And then the E major would have the E bass. There's a lot of basses there. But if we kind of took that idea and tried it through our next verse, we'd have the A minor with an A bass, A minor slash G with low E bass, D7 slash F sharp low E bass, F with a bass, down, up, down, A minor with an A bass, G with low E bass, D with a D bass, E major with an E bass, A minor with an A bass, A minor slash G, D slash F sharp. A solo part that kind of matches our verse. Now another variation of that strum pattern that could be very, very cool is doing kind of a down and then a down, down, up. So this could be kind of a cool thing if you're feeling a little bit more like a 16th pattern. So if we tried that through that solo part, you'd have the A minor, down, down, A minor slash G, down, down, D slash F sharp, F, A minor, G, bass down, down, up, and have A minor with an A bass, down, down, A minor slash G, D slash F sharp, A with low E bass, A minor, G with low E bass, D with a D bass, D with a low E bass, A minor with an A bass, A minor slash G, D slash F sharp, F with low E bass, A minor, G. Solo, then we go into our chorus part again. So we could kind of take that idea and try it through the chorus. You'd have A with the bass, down, down, C minor, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, D minor, E minor, E major, A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, D minor, B minor, E major. Then we go back into kind of our last verse. So you may want to kind of take all these ideas, or if you know other strum patterns to play around with. And there's this cool little outro bass rhythm that you'll kind of hear, where it's kind of just kind of a down, 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 down. So if you wanted to kind of play around with that and see if that could be a cool rhythm to try through that. A minor slash G, D slash F, F, A minor, G, D, E, A minor slash G, D slash F, F, A minor, G, C, E major. And then from there, then we'll be going into kind of our outro solo, which kind of follows our verse form. Now, if there are other strum patterns or other licks around these chords that you know, you may want to kind of throw it in. Actually, that's a cool rhythm too, is that down, down, up, down, up. Or even a bass down, up, down. There's all kinds of different ways that you can kind of approach it. So you may want to kind of find a way that works for you and kind of run with it. basics of how you can strum through While My Guitar Gently Weeps by the Beatles. So, good luck!